I need to fucking learn how to do that shit with OBS so I can start recording my shit too.
Well, it sounds like you're ready.
Which part?
Let me hit this one more time.
So Sam,
What's up?
in Roll20, why does it say you're the GM?
Because I am the GM.
But it's called DM.
Is
Game
GM and GM are
Master.
the same thing? Yeah,
What?
same thing.
Game
You're not my
Master,
general
Dungeon
manager.
Master.
You don't know that.
What?
I mean,
You
he
don't know.
he
I am
talks
your
to us like he's a
sandwich.
You
boss.
got real light in the last 2 minutes.
I am the genital master.
What?
Damn. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Sam. I was not ready for that.
Someone's dying.
Oh man.
All right. Starting off the recap. After searching the town and having an encounter with the Dark Feather in the old decrepit HQ of the Crimson Eagle, you all gained information about the sewer system and inner workings of the Astorians' hold on this village. People going missing, a strange deal with people-devouring creatures, an underground cave system. After descending into the sewer, you overcame a few strange spies and roadblocks in your way before eventually coming upon the Sun Chamber. As you approached, a large slab of stone fell into place, blocking your way. After trying out a combination of tactics and ideas, ranging from sacrifice to crossing the beams of your respective magic and abilities, to no effect. After finally opening the sun chamber that the Crimson Eagle allegedly used, the party encountered two undead humanoids coated in a strange black metal. Once inspected, it was realized as shadow steel, a magic-resistant metal. Taking some time with this strange enchantment, you eventually all come to the conclusion, the blood of a liar. For quickly you all enter the strange space, where the two figures waited in anticipation. After hearing some conversation between the two, your presence was noticed. As the combat ensued, Stonk fell unconscious, becoming afflicted by the curse of foul blight. Before both creatures were handled, with not too much ease, but not too much difficulty, you all take a breath, take a minute to stabilize your companion, and you all examine the area. Throughout this combat and small investigation you guys have given time to this space, you all learn that this chamber, this platform, the statue and the podium, and the bodies all have a heavy suggestion weighing on your minds. Something happened here. This place was important in some way, enough to die for. And now you find yourselves in this moment of reprieve as the adrenaline leaves your bodies, and you find your allies all right for the most part. So what's next? What do you all do?
Well, gonna have to search these bodies.
Bodies of the people or the enemies that you...
I'm gonna search the enemies.
Okay. Yeah, you all did a little bit of that last time. Ezra was able to kind of cut away the strange pieces of metal that were attached to their bodies, getting about 400 gold worth of shadow steel.
Are there any?
Whoever... Huh?
Are there any dismembered body parts?
No,
Oh,
not at the moment. Ezra also picked up the shadow steel dagger that this enemy was using. As well as a few gold that were on their persons, but that's about it. If you want to check the other bodies, the civilian-esque bodies, whoever wants to can give me a investigation check. 18.
I rolled a wait. Almost. Hold on, I gotta add some shit.
Sleep in my bed if you want.
And it's about this time, as you guys are kind of taking this moment to search these bodies, Stonk comes to consciousness. He just kind of sits up, clutches his chest for a minute, and looks at all of you. Looks at the dead enemy that you all were fighting. Looks up at Sienna and Omen. So we won. And as he speaks, he has
So
this
far.
very
what?
heavy chest cough. So he kind of
Someone
takes
said
some
Omen?
breath. Yes, he looks at both of you and goes, so we won.
So
That
far,
looks
we
like
have.
the case.
And it seems we're kind of trapped down here for now. Also, I got a 21 on my investigation.
So you all come over here. Get rid of these. And Shadow, I assume you were in the bag or in that crystal. You kind of
I guess.
you kind of step out at this moment as the combat kind
Yeah.
of ends.
Wait, so Shadow was in the bag this whole time? I was in the bag too.
Yeah, I guess you saw him in there sleeping.
Yep, I was just asleep, just mind my own thing. Try to rest up for the next game. Because I almost died.
And so you step out now and you see them all looming over these bodies.
I'm just horrified at this point.
You all that search the bodies. You go through them. You're not wearing any kind of particular armor. They're wearing pretty much common clothes. Looks like two males and a woman, relatively in their middle ages, maybe late 20s, early 30s. They all have about a short sword and maybe a dagger on them. And you're looking over these bodies, and they don't have any identifying markings. They all seem to be human. But one of them, this one over here, has another one of those pendants on her person.
Pendant.
And now that you're looking at these bodies, you all see. Sienna and Nefer, give me Arcana checks. And as you look at these bodies, they have these, all manners of cuts and bruises and slashes. It really looks like they got beat to shit.
I got 22.
22.
I only got a 9.
9? Okay. So you look at these bodies, and they don't kind of radiate any magic. But as you look at them with your true sight, you see two of these bodies are kind of coated in a necromantic energy. And you kind of look closely, and you try to examine kind of the nature of this magic. And as you kind of take a minute, you realize these are curses. Unable to finish their culminating process, but curses that linger on these bodies. You said you got a 22.
Yeah.
All right, so with a 22, where is it? Yeah, okay, so one of the body has the... I don't know. Oh, Curse of Ill-Fated Fortune. And the woman has the Curse of Lost Sentiment.
What does that mean?
These are just different curses that you've maybe heard of, maybe not heard of. But looking at this magic, you're able to kind of identify their intent. And you get the sense that these are relatively in their second stages of culmination through their processes.
Process decaying or the curse?
The curse processes.
Okay. How many
The bodies,
are there?
the bodies seem relatively fresh. Two of them, these two over here, have the curses.
But the other one doesn't?
It does not seem to, no.
Can I touch it? Or will I get cursed?
You don't know.
I know everything, but I can't touch it.
You know that it is a curse, but you don't know what would happen if you touch it.
Probably
I'm just
nothing
gonna look
good.
at everybody and be like, "Hey, don't touch these bodies." And then I'll
This is
tell
not
them,
in the bag. This is outside of it, right?
Right.
Yes.
In this chamber. They're kind of scattered around the space.
Okay, so I'm assuming I don't hear this shit because I'm in the in a bag.
I imagine at this point you would have come out. Yeah, you would have
So
come
I'm
out.
coming out of the bag. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No more sleeping.
Then you
I
come
just
out and
dragged
you
you
see
out.
them all kind of looming over these bodies. I mean, you hear Nefert say, "Hey, don't touch these."
I'm going to ask why.
They're cursed
I
in
wanna
it. I
touch
don't know
one.
if you touch it, you'll get cursed or not.
I want to
Is
touch
this the
one.
same curse on
I don't want
Song?
to touch one now.
Make a
I got a cursed sword.
Arcana or
more.
Intelligence check.
Wait. What if I
Me?
use a random
Mhm.
object and just
Nat
touch
20.
it?
Plus
20.
whatever. Arcana
Would
is
that-
plus 5.
So as
that
you walk over to examine these bodies, and you pick up the same energy that Nefert describes, they do not seem to have the same energy as the one at Stonk, now that you kind of examine him for a second. They seem to be slightly different.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point, you kind of examine Stonk within that 20. You identify his curse as the curse of foul blood.
Would I know anything of how to erase his curse?
I would say having the undead patron and it being a lich. Give me a wisdom arcana check.
21?
21. You know that curses can be removed via the remove curse spell. And you know that in some cases, some curses in their later stages require a little more effort. But as far as you know, Stunk is in the very early stages.
So minimum effort.
While these bodies seem to be in the second stage, the curse is kind of halted by them being dead.
Hmm.
So it cannot get any worse, basically.
I do got a quick question for you, Sam.
Hmm.
About about this curse thing, right?
Yeah.
If I use an object, right, like a sword and shit, would the sword be cursed, not me, because I'm not technically touching it, or not?
As far as you know, touching it, you don't know if it would have any effect. So you're not sure.
Because
You know some curses,
use random objects and shit.
right? Because you know some curses can be held within objects, but you know some curses can be transferred to objects. Though you don't know, you know, you're not that kind of magically inclined, so you don't know how the process works. But you know that it can be done, you know, obviously since you have a cursed weapon.
Well, does anyone got a sword? I kind of want to test this shit out.
I mean, you guys do have, you know, random weapons that you've picked up.
Yeah.
Think I'll
I
have
wanna
to
pick it.
pass.
I have two short swords.
That'll work.
All right, I'm gonna give you one.
All right. I'm going to poke it.
All right, you poke it, you stab into it a little bit, nothing happens.
Nothing happens? Oh, damn.
Violating dead bodies.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen it done in a movie once.
I'm just gonna go exhume some graves for these bodies. Let me know when you're done.
I'm trying to dig some graves in here.
Yeah, mold earth is great.
Yeah, I think you can do that. Give it some time.
person had like a sword and something on them.
Yeah, each of them have a sword and a dagger.
Okay. We'll take a sword and a dagger. See if I can like sell it.
Okay.
You know,
They'll
later
sell
on.
for probably 2 gold each.
I don't know.
Actually, probably not even that much. Probably like 20 silver each. They're pretty basic weapons.
I'm gonna try to enchant them. Yeah, you know, these are one of a kind material. You know.
One of a kind.
Yeah, you really want this.
You pick them up and they are basic, very, very, very basic iron weapons.
Listen,
They're like chipped and dirty, coated in like black blood. Like,
I just wipe it off. Look good as new. Like this is top tier friggin' iron. Can't find
Damn,
anywhere
that's
else.
awesome, dude.
You can't get much better than Valerian silver.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that. Yep.
Stomp
Definitely
kind
top tier.
of walks over and he crouches down next to these bodies and he kind of looks at them for a second, reaches out a hand, and you see kind of this black energy leap from his fingers to the corpse. And he kind of draws his hand back. It's like he got shocked a little bit.
That
He
hurt.
goes, so I'm cursed like these bodies. And as he talks again, he has another coughing fit.
Is Stomp gonna die?
You don't know?
Probably eventually.
It's gonna be hard to find another mage that'll be willing to remove a curse in this world.
I mean, on a technicality, we all have our, time clock where we just die.
Oh,
Don't know when it's going to be.
That's
well.
but Shadow. That's very insensitive. Well, not Shadow. Omen. Omen. That's very insensitive.
And kind of looks up and he goes, I've heard some curses transform the body, turn you into disgusting monsters that'll kill people. Don't let me turn into that, please.
We'll put you
Alright,
in a
who's
cage.
got the shotgun?
Don't worry.
If you see me change and start to hurt people, I'm with you guys to do good, right?
Don't you worry, Stonk. We won't let it come to that.
He kind of nods. Appreciate that.
If I can get my hands on a scroll, we might be able to reverse this.
And now, as you all kind of stand around Stonk, you do notice that he kind of smells a little bit, very, very slightly. Just barely recognizable. But he does have a small smell to him.
Bed.
Wait, so I'm assuming Stonk got infected or something, right?
Yes, he got downed by an attack and retracted a curse.
What kind of curse is it exactly?
Curse of foul blight, as far as you know.
Wait, what is that? Like,
Is that?
You know what? If you want to find out, make a Arcana or History check.
sure.
See if you've heard of this before.
Wow.
That's
a whole 7 for me.
Arcana or what?
Arcana or History.
My Arcana is better. Let's see. 22. Arcana.
The 22, you don't know of this specific curse, but you know curses of this nature tend to indeed transform people in their final stages. You don't know if that'll happen with this one, but you do know that it'll get progressively worse over time.
All right. I'm assuming I don't have any kind of idea or like for medicine, right?
You know the remove curse can probably remove it. And you know that in the later stages as well, it may require additional components or effort.
What's it?
In the later stages, it gets more and more difficult to remove, basically.
All right.
Do we know how much time we have?
Actually, that's another good question. Yeah. How do you know how much time and stuff you got?
You do not. It varies per person, basically.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Out of character, basically, every day Stonk will make a check. If he fails, it'll progress. That is as much as I would say.
Okey-dokey.
Fair enough.
You begin to bury the bodies. Where
Yep.
would you like to bury them in this chamber? Just kind of over here?
Yeah, like I'll make like individual graves for them.
Mm. Yeah. And as you kind of, how do you pull the bodies over? Do you touch them or?
You could
I'm
just like
trying
mold
not
the
to.
earth to like move them.
Yeah, just slide them over.
Yeah.
I just pick them up and throw them over.
Jesus.
Freaking
Yeah,
discus.
I mean, if you want to, as you pick up the bodies, you don't feel anything. As you just kind of grab them, they look like regular bodies to you. You just kind of pull them over.
Thanks for grabbing the. I'm kind of squeamish.
Worry
Wait, do
about
I
it.
I think I might have something for medicine or some shit.
I mean,
Think
they're
I
dead.
I do?
I mean, like these are they're dead.
Oh no, I don't have anything for medicine. Nature, definitely, but damn.
Hey, I got nature powers.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, could I cast heal on Stonk?
You can. You know, you already did. Right? I think. I think I remember you using it at the end.
Yeah.
Where
I'd like to
did it go?
investigate the chamber that we're in.
It's not at full health, but he still has that cough. As you heal Stonk, he does, go back to health. His wounds kind of heal, but he does have that unfortunate cough still. Right. Go ahead and give me an investigation check if you want to check the chamber one more time.
Yeah.
At 19.
19. So with a 19, as you kind of give this chamber a one more look over, you examine.
So I got a 26.
Okay, yeah, we'll see about the same.
I was confused because I'm on Davin's account.
You see the etching of the sun into the floor. You examine the statue, and it is a large, flaming bird. And as you kind of approach the podium, it's this kind of black stone with kind of a marble, look to it. And there's nothing on top of it. There's no kind of markings or, anything on it. But, you do see kind of a embossed, familiar symbol of the medallions that you've seen. What else? You look up at the hole in the ceiling, and while there's no daylight coming through, you do see the sky.
Then how do we know that's not daylight?
Because it's still nighttime.
Oh.
There's just daylight in the picture, but yeah. So it is still nighttime, but you do kind of see up at the top what looks to be a broken and grate.
Can I jump?
Hmm.
If you can jump like 60 feet, sure.
Well, if I threw that person, would it
You have feline agility.
Yeah, but you have to jump
Yeah,
vertically
jump.
60 feet. That's kind of crazy. Unless you roll like a nat 20 on whatever check that would be. I mean, yeah, you can try.
Cool.
All right, so let's see. Give me a acrobatics or athletics check with advantage. Feline agility is more for your. I mean, you can try and climb the wall too.
That's a 10.
10? Okay, so you try to jump, you make it maybe 5 feet off the ground.
What?
With a 10, yeah. You can try and climb the wall, but there's still kind of like a maybe 30, 40 feet where you have to climb on the ceiling.
Hold on. What if? Hold on.
You need a lift up there, right?
What if we mold Earth?
Ha! Okay, I got it. I'm gonna cast Wall of Thorns. And I'm just gonna do it right
I
under
can-
me.
That
Cause
would
that's
give
a
you a
60
boost
foot
for.
wall.
You're
Oh
gonna
no,
have
it's 10 foot high. Never mind,
Yeah.
it's 6 feet long.
Yeah.
Never
How
mind.
And
about
you
I
would
just
take
throw
damage
you
for
up?
every time you die. You would hurt yourself
I can
climbing
help
up.
you get an extra 15 feet boost.
Hmm.
What if we all stand on top of each other, and then you climb? You climb us, and then you jump.
I mean, the door to the chamber is open.
Going back out to where we came from.
I mean, if you guys can somehow devise how to get up 60 feet at least.
We're gonna figure it out. We got things.
Alright.
Hmm.
Well,
I
I can
just
do Thorn Whip.
I'm gonna have my familiar take a piece of rope and just kind of fly up and see if there's anything to attach it to.
There you go.
Your back kind of grabs the rope in its little talons, flies up, and it can get through, and it kind of rises up to the street level, looks around, seems to be a few houses. Nobody on the street. But there doesn't seem to be anything to attach a rope to.
I tried to jump up there with my athletics. I might be able to do it.
Even with that, to jump 60 feet vertical, like, it's kind of crazy.
Well, what if you can? Is he able to jump 45?
You could probably do like 30 or so.
It with
Probably
the
like-
plus 14 for athletics.
I would say, like, even with your best, you'd probably get 35 feet, maybe at the most. And I feel like that'd be more your dexterity than your strength anyway.
Well,
Hey, yo,
jump
can I
like
call,
vertical jumping is tied to strength.
Yeah, yeah, like it's like both. But
Can I call?
At his
Fox?
base, he can jump 11 feet in the air.
you can call Fox. How do you do this?
Explain in a
What
little
do you
bit.
mean?
What are we doing for?
How would you like to call Fox?
With a bird call.
Call.
Give me an animal handling check with disadvantage.
Everybody, welcome back to the podcast. My name is Andrew, and I am back with another microphone tested. The blue snowball ice, and this was by our viewer,
16.
Aaron and
15?
Paul.
16.
16. With a 16.
Microphone.
You're all in the crowd underneath this hole. The bat flies up there.
Before we go any farther, I'm sure some of you are asking, what's
Alright, so you all crowd around this hole and you make your bird sound. And you all wait for a second.
It sounds like
I got it.
Beautiful.
You kind of wait for a second.
picks up audio
And
from
you're not sure. Wait
omnidirectional
a little bit longer.
all the way
Nothing happens.
damn.
So what's the deal
What
with this
would I have
statue
needed
here?
to roll to make that happen?
Like 19.
Damn.
Because you would move, like, it's reasonably far. You've never used this bird called for before. It's like,
He's probably like, what the fuck? What kind of noise was that? I ain't coming over there.
like, the fuck was that? It's like turns his head, looks in the direction.
Turns back. Like, must have been the wind.
Weird ass bird.
Whenever you're attacking a guard and you hide in Skyrim.
Yeah, right. Must have been the
What was
wind.
that? It must have been the wind. Continues on.
Hmm.
Hey, Ryan, can't you fly?
I can.
1 minute.
Oh.
Flying up there and
Flying
throwing
speed equal
down
to your
a
walking
rope.
speed. You can fly up there.
I could.
You've never
but I
flied
don't-
before.
I think the word is flown.
It
I
don't
like
matter.
flying.
Flew, glide. Man,
You've
you
never
should have
flied
seen that
before?
flight up there. It was great.
You're like Charlie. Charlie from Something So Sunny.
Yeah, it's a little something that I'm keeping in my back pocket there.
Ah, okay. Oh, what's your guys'
Wow,
plan?
keeping secrets.
I got a horse. A ghost
What?
horse.
Do
Music.
you recall your bat, or is it still kind of hovering around outside?
I have it up there just kind of scouting.
No, you never come clean, you know.
About 2 or 3 minutes pass, and you do see Fox kind of flying off in the distance a little bit. You see kind of like the blue flame for a second, and then it's gone.
Straight up ignoring me.
Yeah.
A couple more
Not
minutes
very
pass,
concerned.
and it does come back into view, where it kind of sits on a nearby building. Just kind of waits. You see, it looks like it has a fish or something in its mouth.
Wow. What a
Nice.
friend.
Must be nice to get food. Can't believe it.
It's just kind of waiting on y'all.
Well, one of us can fly, and then one of us could throw it out and hold it.
Yeah.
One of us.
The wizard, like
One of us.
I mean, you guys don't know that she can fly, but
Fair enough. Well, I
Yeah.
could always do Wall of Thorns, but instead of doing like a whole wall, which is only 10 feet high, I do a circle, which can get 20 foot high.
right.
Dead.
Let's
Yeah.
see
And
here.
then we could crawl up the wall.
After you all take, the damage to climb 20 feet of storage, sure.
I mean, it's
Alright.
I'm
either
not gonna
that
do
or
that.
somebody flies.
All right, I have an idea. I'm going to attach my rope to my to an arrow and then put it into my crossbow and then shoot it
Okay.
and then
That's a
climb
good
up.
idea.
All right. Give me a roll to hit the circle. You're looking up at it, and it's about maybe a 5x5 sphere circle. Let me see that.
All right, let's do this. I got an 8.
You hit the ceiling. Maybe a foot from the edge of the circle. Edge of
Why
the
don't we
hole.
have a grappling hook?
I mean, I
Serious.
don't have the end piece, but I got the rope.
Yep.
How
Now you just
about-
have a dangling rope from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Since you're
I'll
all
just
so
pull it
dead
down.
set on making
We
this
could
work,
still climb it and just kind of reach over to the edge of the circle and pull ourselves out.
Yeah, you could
I'm
try.
gonna call Chewy back.
Chewy.
Is that
Chewy
his
your
name?
bat?
Yeah.
Named your
And
bat Chewy?
yes.
Wait,
Chewy the bat. It's been named Chewy the whole
May
time.
add that to his name.
Yeah.
It's on the thing.
Chewy.
Yeah. It's a bat named Chewy.
It is now. All right, so you call him back.
I'm just now looking at it. Chewy.
Doesn't say Chewy anywhere.
Damn.
It literally just
It's-
says bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been named Chewy since the beginning.
Now it has a nameplate as Chewy. What would you like the bat to do as it flies back to you?
I look to everyone and well, Ezra. Okay.
Oh no,
let's,
it wasn't an arrow.
Since
It
we
was
want to
a-
go
it
up
was a
that
bolt.
way, let everybody hop in
Where's-
the dimensional pocket thing.
Oh.
Why did we think that before?
'Cause we're dumb.
All right, I'm going to just yank my freaking my rope and shit.
Yeah. You rip it from the ceiling. A rock falls down.
Oh shit. Well,
Look
Well,
I got to make an entrance somehow.
So you all get in the dimensional hole.
yep.
You put the crystal down. It opens up and expands into this portal as you all hop in. All right.
I love the sound effects.
All right. Thank you.
It's a great sound effect.
All right. So you all jump into this space and you look in now. It's a dark interior. There's almost no walls. Looks kind of just like a dark room, you know. And you have your boxes and your armor kind of thrown about in here. You see a few animal heads kind of on the floor. All right. Ezra, as they all step in and you pick up the crystal, what do you do?
All right. I give it to the bat, and I have Chewy fly up and drop it off out there, and then let them out.
Bat kind of takes it in its talons, flies up, kind of struggles for a minute, where it rests on the ground nearby. Crystal drops, opens up again. You all look as you see a hole open up in the ceiling above you. All guys kind of hop out relatively easy. Now you all look at Ezra.
Can one of you let the rope down and pull me up?
Got you.
Let the rope down.
All right. I only have 15 feet of rope.
I'm sure between all of you, you could get enough rope.
Okay.
So we all
Only
put our
15
ropes
feet.
together.
Right. Pull Ezra up. Actually, you know what? No, it's fine. It's all of you. You got it. You all pull Ezra up, and you dust yourselves off. Kind of look down at the hole. As you look around you, and you see the street you were on previously, quite a few hours ago. In the dead of night, as the night sky looms above you.
Where are we at?
You remember this to be the side of town that has that second bar in it, with all the different
The
races.
second one.
Mhm. Where you went and you heard the siren sing, not the siren, the Rizalka sing.
Yeah, that's the one.
We put him in the hospital.
No, that's Omen.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So you all step out.
Can we
I
use
would-
the bathroom real quick? I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I would like dun, dun. Yeah, all of you can give me perception checks if you would like.
Perception.
All right.
Can't read. I got a 10.
Okay.
I think.
21.
Perception.
821.
I got a 12.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for Micah to get back.
Oh, That's a
Seriously,
14,
though,
actually.
like as far as the
Perception
sound
gives me
effects
plus
go,
4.
I was messing around with the soundboard. I can't actually hear those when I do it.
Oh, you can't?
Nope.
Oh.
Generic realm. Generic realm.
Oh, I
Lots
can
of
hear it.
fun. Excellent.
We'll have to signal to you when they're over.
Stranger danger.
No, I can't hear any of it right now.
Weird.
What up?
All right, I need you to make a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
Oh, I know why I can't hear it.
Why?
It's a setting.
Oh.
16.
16. All right. So, as you all step out and you look around, Ezra, as you kind of sail off into the horizon, you get like a distant view of the forest in the distance. But as you stare and your eyes adjust to the night sky, you see what looks to be a massive shadow hovering over the village. Like standing in the forest, maybe 200-300 feet. You stare at it and your eyes kind of narrow as you focus. Looks to be 50 feet, silhouetted creature. Long arms and a hunched back. It looks to be large antlers branching from the sides of its head. And as you stare, there's a heavy pressure in the air that washes over your body, and a cold breeze runs up your back. Give me a wisdom check, please.
Ooh.
Shit, it's a Chihort.
Wait, is that for everybody?
No, just none of you see this as you all kind of collect yourselves. Ezra just kind of stares off into the distance for a minute.
Only Ezra
That's-
sees it?
Are the last
Yes,
airbender.
That's a 13.
13.
Even with my true sight?
Yep. As you kind of stare at it and this pressure washes over you, you just kind of you fall to one knee, just eyes wide, staring.
Are you okay? I see it's like she falls.
Mhm.
I don't know. Something. I think I saw something.
As you kind of look at your friends now, your eyes kind of relax and the pressure kind of disappears as you look away. You kind of take a breath, relax for a minute as your heart kind of rapidly beats in your chest.
We need to go.
Are we in danger?
Possibly. I haven't felt a presence like that in a very long time. But we shouldn't stay here. And she immediately starts walking towards the inn,
I'll
but kind
follow.
of like a hurried walk.
Yep, I'll follow too.
Yep, I'll follow as well.
As you all follow behind, it's maybe 10 minutes before you reach the familiar inn. No lights are on, but as you remember, the door was left unlocked for you. As you approach and you open the door and you step in, you see the kind of barkeeper just kind of sitting at the bar, kind of with her head in her hands, seeming to be reading a book. She kind of looks up at you. She goes, welcome back. She kind of yawns for a second. I wasn't sure how much longer I'd be waiting.
Oh, yeah. It was it's a lovely evening for a walk.
Of course, she kind of looks over you all for a second. Looks like you got into a bit of trouble as well. I hope everything's all right.
Oh, nothing we can't handle.
She kind of looks over a few of you, and some of you are kind of beat to shit a little bit, but so you're on your feet. She kind of closes her book for a second, kind of clutches it to her chest. Well, you're gonna head to bed. Lock up, will you?
Right.
Kind of walked up the stairs where she kind of vanishes from sight.
Let's see here. I want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'll have to ritual cast it, I think, because I think I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have it prepared, so I'm just going to have to ritual cast that one.
Okay. You all kind of step into this now quiet, now suddenly dark with the candlelit interior of the tavern. You all kind of sit down and take a minute. You watch as Ezra's eyes begin to glow as they begin to ritual cast Detect Magic. Now, as you cast this spell and you open your eyes and you look around, there doesn't seem to be any very strong traces of magic in the area. You see a few kind of lingering trails of what you assume to be, people who practice magic or have some kind of magical effect on them or whatever. You kind of look around the room and you look up to the bedrooms, and one kind of lightly lit up with a glow. And you recognize this as a kind of protection ward on this room. Nothing that seems hostile or kind of stands out to you too much, but recognizable at least.
Right.
You look over at your friends and you do see, the kind of thick magical glow to them. Some of them being magical creatures of some kind, having magical abilities, blah, blah.
Right.
You look at Haku and this thing radiates magic. Very, very old, draconic magic. And it kind of touches you a little bit as you smile.
Is Fox back?
Yes. Yeah. As you all were walking, Fox kind of hovers over you a little bit for walking with you.
Okay, that's a bit of a relief.
I forgot to add that part. But as you all step inside, it does kind of remain outside, kind of flies to the top of the building.
Doesn't like buildings, does it?
I mean, it is made of fire, so.
And it's a bird.
Yeah, it kind of seems to prefer to be outside. So, you all come together in this quiet tavern. The night seemingly behind you. As you all walk, it does seem to be later in the night. The moon kind of hangs overhead. So you're not quite sure what time exactly it may be, but it does seem to be pretty late.
Let's see.
Yeah,
don't
Ezra
suppose I
finally
can
sits
get a
down
drink.
with the rest.
I mean, you could. The bar is unmanned at the moment.
Let's steal all the liquor.
You think it's
mean,
wise not to
not
sleep?
all the liquor.
I mean, I could pay.
Just leave money on the counter.
Yep.
I mean, she did trust you guys. Just kind of, close up after yourselves.
Don't
So-
you guys find it odd that she just left us down here? Entrusted us to lock up?
You do have a point there.
I mean,
Why?
everyone
Why?
in this town is so scared. And we're newcomers here.
That is true.
Hmm.
I mean, is it really any of our business?
If you want,
I mean, I don't want to die.
yeah, I mean, if you want one, or some of you can make insight checks to this,
I'm definitely
Yeah,
going to do
sure,
that.
why not?
kind of figure out why.
Because that strikes
Didn't we
Ezra
already do
as
that, though?
strange.
This is
Where's-
kind of like you're thinking on it now, and you're kind of like, "Huh, is this weird? I wonder why." Type of thing.
I got a
I
dirty
got
20.
14.
I got 24.
24.
I got a 22.
Damn. As you all
But
kind
I'm
of think this for a moment, you all kind of, or you three come to the conclusion that, maybe she feels safe with us here. We seem to be magical, which seems to be pretty rare around here. Maybe she kind of trusts us to protect her if something were to happen.
The thing is, although we know that we're all right, there's no way she could possibly know.
Intuition.
Hmm. But still, these people lock their doors at night because there's body snatchers, killers like the dude that we encountered earlier, vampires. No, something don't add up here.
No. I'm going to go investigate the bar and see like if there's any.
Keyword investigate.
Clues at the bottom of a
Investigate the
bottle.
bar. I come to my conclusion. Alcohol is really good. 8-pound shit.
What are you looking for? Are you
forgery.
looking for anything? Forgery. Oh, it's
No,
for a drink.
Drink.
Oh, well, yeah. You walk over and there's various kind of drinks. You see what looks to be ales and wines. You see a few of the harder liquors, which you assume to be, either bourbon or whiskeys of some kind.
Well, let's see.
There is one bottle that kind of stands out to you,
What is
kind
it?
of just at a glance. It looks to be a kind of black glass in the shape of kind of a heart with the ventricles and everything kind of pumping the liquid through. As you kind of look over at it, it has like this kind of golden cork and this writing in what kind of looks like Elven to you.
Alright, I shout out to the group and be like, does anyone speak Elven?
I think I do.
I think you
Alright,
do.
what does this say?
You kind of walk over.
Yeah,
look over
I
at
speak
it.
Elven.
You walk over and look over at it, and you kind of take a moment to read the King's Maker.
Huh?
It says the King's Maker.
The
In your
king.
dreams, the King's Maker.
Cans.
The King Maker.
King. Okay.
Yeah. And it says, in your dreams lie at the bottom of this glass.
Well, let's chug a chug chug. Then I'll be a king.
I don't know how that works. I'll be
You
down to
grab
try
this
it,
bottle
however.
down, and you look at it, and it has this kind of reddish black liquid inside. It has kind of flecks of gold, kind of pumped through the tunnels on the glass. You pull it down, and you pop the cork.
Be like, wait a minute. Are you going to drink that?
I'm going to drink it.
Ezra walks over. If you're gonna do that, at least she grabs some shot glasses.
Oh my fucking god!
And spreads them around the table to everyone's appropriate seat, and then it grabs the bottle out of his hand, brings it to the table. Have a seat.
Alright.
As you grab the bottle, it is kind of warm to the touch, and as you pop the cork, kind of this blackish silver smoke kind of trickles out a little bit.
Oh shit!
Or it
No,
dissipates
it's
into the air.
This is where the campaign
fine.
ends.
And you smell it, and you kind of get a whiff of it, and it smells sweet.
And Ezra goes to lock the front door and places about 10 gold on the counter.
Okay.
All right.
Just
I'm
in case
also-
it happens to be valuable. I don't know.
Well, before they do the shots and everything,
Barmaid's heirloom.
ale.
Wait, yeah, you for the ale? Okay.
I'm going to practice doing some bartending, make myself a cocktail with the hard liquor.
All right. Give me a dexterity check.
Dexterity. How do I? Oh, there. No, that ain't gonna work. All right. Do. 15 plus 2.
17. So you grab this bottle of kind of unnamed whiskey and this ale from the top shelf. You kind of do your mixing, pull out this glass, and as you kind of mix them together, these unique colors kind of mix and glow. The ale kind of has this luminescent gold, and the whiskey you pull out is kind of this purplish, kind of purplish brown color. As you mix them together, they make this beautiful concoction. As you get a smell, it smells like wheat, like an open field in the summer.
And I say I present you the bad omen.
Wait, there's two of you?
Omen, just honey, just sit your ass down.
All right, I'm going to take a sip out of the bad omen.
You take a sip, and it kind of punches you a little bit. You're like, whoa, don't burn. Goes down smooth. And you feel warm.
Ooh.
All right, so if you all take a seat with this strange bottle before you, with your drinks poured. And as you pour them out, it is this kind of reddish black liquid. It has this kind of stream of gold flecks. And as you pour it out,
Yeah.
and as you pour it out, the colors just kind of swirl before they settle.
Well, we've been together for a short time, and I just realized we don't really know each other that well.
What?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
I mean, Nefret and I, we know each other because we worked together for an inquisition in the world that we came from, but we don't know much about the rest of you, nor you about us. So this is a little bit of a drinking game that Nefret, you remember this one when we first joined the Inquisition? Everyone, you just we'll take turns. I'll go first. Basically, you ask someone a question, and they have to answer honestly, and it's just like, okay, well, what you just kind of ask like, what the fuck is up with that? And that's the name of the game. The fuck is up with that?
I love this game.
Interesting.
It's so good. It's so good.
Not expected.
Absolutely.
Here,
Oh, yeah.
I'll go first. Omen.
Oh god,
Why
here we go.
the fuck? You call yourself Bad Omen, but like you don't really seem like an unlucky person. The fuck is up with that?
All right. This is out of character real quick. Sam, I got a question about my backstory. How much do I remember of the other world I was part of?
Every
Or do I-
time you try to remember something, you make a check.
All right. So
And
here we
depending on
go.
the check is how accurate your memory is.
All right, I'm going to take her. I'm going to take her thinker and do a roll and see what happens.
Yep. Give me a d20. Yeah. Give me a history check.
I already rolled her 13.
Okay, that's fine. And then I think you add. Yeah. Okay. You don't. So with a 13, you remember the early days of getting into your military practices, becoming a soldier, going off to a strange planet. And then memory gets a little hazy. And you remember fighting in a war. Remember getting an injury and being captured.
So I was a soldier
Mhm.
fighting in a war,
Mhm.
traveling to another planet.
Mhm.
I don't suppose I can. Is there anything else I could think of, or is that it?
Just so you know, the question was, why do you call
Yes.
yourself Bad Omen?
Yes, that. I'm trying to have a little bit of
Yeah. You remember? Remember having someone that you looked up to, someone that you answered to. You don't remember his name or his face, and when you think about it, it's hazy. You remember fighting in this war and having your friends kind of fight around you, and then you remember being locked in chains and being placed on some kind of weird ship. You remember looking out of kind of this porthole, and you see this planet come into view. It's kind of dark and purple. And as you stare at it, you just feel like you're never going to get home. And as you kind of think a little bit further, you just can't remember. And you get kind of like a little bit of a headache as you think about it. And you remember your soldier friends calling you Omen because the enemies knew you were coming. Your name was an Omen.
Wait, my name wasn't Omen, or my name was Omen?
Your like code name was Omen, so like your friends referred to you as Omen.
Yep.
Because when the enemies knew you were coming, they got scared. You were an Omen. Your presence was feared.
Oh. Okay, so that yep. I can work with this. So, all right. Back to this.
And then there's a very long blank slate. And then you remember kind of riding on this wagon, sitting next to the well-dressed figure who gives you this kind of sinister grin. And you see the fangs. You remember... we'll go a little bit deeper next time when you give me another roll. That's about what comes to your mind in this moment. These kind of flashes. And you kind of stop for a second, look over at Ezra.
There was a war, and what I do remember is that I was feared from my friends and shit, and my codename was Omen. I used to be a soldier a long time ago. It seems so different from this place that I'm in right now. And I don't know. I guess bad omen just kind of struck because I was feared.
The fuck is up with that? She raises a glass. Drink.
I take a drink out of it.
Give me a Constitution check, please. Constitution save, sorry.
Oh, here we go.
How fucked up it.
Constitution?
Yep.
11.
11. You get 1 point of intoxication.
Oh boy, here we go.
You're fine.
I'm gonna have to add that to your sheets.
All right, I got one here.
All right.
You can ask
how does-
anyone at the table.
Now it's your turn since you got asked.
The person that was that let me sleep in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is up with the bodies in the bag? Seriously,
That sounds like an
what?
Ezrod question.
Ezrod.
Not for that question.
Oh, isn't it?
That's different.
Yeah,
But
I always forget who has the bag.
Yeah, who
Yeah, it's
has
me.
the bag?
Yeah, you all use it together, but she's the one that puts the bodies in there.
What is up with the bodies? I want to know.
I'm collecting
Collecting for what?
just collecting.
to make a Franken body.
Oh,
What the fuck?
What is up with that? See? Now you get it.
Up with that.
I'm taking a drink out of that one. Fuck. I don't know if that's how this game works.
Every enemy we fight, I like to take a little piece of them as a souvenir.
Yeah,
Specifically, animal parts.
Fair enough.
What the fuck is up with that?
I have no good reason.
For it, you drink now and give me a Constitution save.
I rolled
she
a
likes her
D20,
trophies.
Yes.
right? Do I add anything to it?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's 11.
11. You get 1 point of intoxication.
How do I keep track of that?
I'm putting that on the sheets right now.
Huh?
I'm putting it on your sheet.
Oh shit, I see it.
All right. Who would you like to ask a question to?
Who, me?
Yeah, now it's your turn.
Excuse me.
I don't even know, dog.
Oh, and as you all drink this, you begin to feel kind of revitalized. You all gain 5 temporary hit points when you drink this Kingsmaker drink.
Oh
What does
shit.
that mean?
You get 5 kind of stacked health points. So when you take damage, for example, for your next long rest, it would take that damage first, and then go to your health.
Good, because I'm gonna need to heal up. I'm at 5 life.
You said
Yeah, yeah.
5?
Mhm.
Like 5 each intoxication level, or just
No. So for now, you'll get 5 just for when you drink this. For drinking this drink.
I don't even know, dog. I don't know what to ask. I'm dumb. No one's doing weird shit except for me.
I mean, it could be about their backstory, but what they do. Yeah.
All right. Siana.
Okay.
I know. Oh shit, Ezerod.
Yes.
So, are you like possessed by a lich, or like how does that work? The fuck, is up with that?
Listen. Look, some of us don't just get the forest to do whatever they want, alright? Sometimes you gotta talk to some scary thingies and make them make you magical so you don't die, okay?
Damn.
It just be like that.
Fair enough.
Just be like that.
It'd be a Constitution save, Ezrod.
She said, "Who's Siana?"
A save.
Yep. It's good. That drink fucked you up a little bit.
19.
19. You are not drunk yet. You take no levels of intoxication. The drink tastes very good.
Just like in real life.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need that good shit.
All right. It is now your turn.
My turn to ask a question?
Yep.
Okay. Is Stonk here?
Stonk is here, yes.
Stonk, what the fuck is up with you just randomly going with these people you never met, and then like now you're probably gonna die? That's not cool.
You gotta last for a second because that is a good point. Well, my village
You cut out
was.
what?
He kind of laughs for a second and he kind of looks at you and he goes, "Well, my village was very secluded. We didn't interact with a lot of people.
But you just
And-
left everybody behind.
Well, you see, I had already been outcasted to the village that I found you all in. I hadn't been with my clan for some time." He kind of looks at for a second and he looks up at you So I thought, when that strange roguish fellow approached me, I thought, why not? Chances are I won't survive very long on my own anyway. Plus, you all seemed pretty interesting. Like you guys had a mission, a reason for being here.
Fair enough.
Stonk takes his drink. He takes a sip. You hear like this feline hiss as he kind of clutches his chest for a second. Whoa! He does another coughing fit. Stonk's a little fucked up.
What do you roll?
He gets 2 points of intoxication.
Ezra just kind of pats him on the back gently, like, easy, easy.
Take it slow, nice and steady.
This is the best booze I've ever had. He kind of lays his head on the table.
Oh no.
He goes,
guy.
oh, guys, real quick. Oh, I guess it's my turn. I looks over the group. Shadow, you've been acting quite strange since you picked up that weapon. Kind of looks over at Ezra. The fuck's up with that?
she gives him a nod, like,
wait,
you
yeah,
got it.
Shadow. He's like, Ezra, what the fuck is up with that? He does what he's doing. Stonk, how drunk are you?
Answer the question, Shadow.
Well,
that?
this sword, right? As I get out on the table. The sword.
As you all look at this blade, it is kind of a smoky black metal. And it does kind of have this kind of shadow-like haze about maybe 2 or 3 inches off of the blade.
I look at the guys and be like, guys, are you guys seeing this shit?
And you all do see it.
Shadow literally has a shadow on his blade.
So, listen,
Oh, what a con!
this
Oh,
sword
that shit's funny.
is known as the Sword of Vengeance, which has a evil spirit inside.
And as you say this, you hear a voice in your head, Shadow. You are watching. He kind of tenses up for a moment. I am not evil. I seek blood and war. The thrill of combat. That is all.
I stand corrected. It is not evil.
You are watching. He just kind of pauses for a second mid-sentence.
But
Did it
look
just
at
talk
sword.
to you?
it does speak.
Did we hear it?
You did not.
Does
Man,
it
how
have
do
an
you-
accent?
What? No, it's just angry on the fact that I called it evil.
But does he have an accent though?
No, just he's very very kill happy.
Is he Australian? Is he
Just a spirit.
Mexican?
Does not seem to be an accent that you recognize.
No accent that I'm getting anyways. But
Oh,
basically,
he speaks Spanish.
sure. He's actually it's Nordic,
Nordic.
Nordic.
I've never
But
heard of a Nordic before.
Basically, with this sword, it seeks blood of enemies. It's very destructive.
Huh. A sword like that would have been really handy back in the war. There was a lot of blood.
Whenever
during
you
the
take
war.
damage, you make a wisdom save, and you must retaliate if you fail.
Basically, what happens is if I don't roll high enough, then I'm on a bloodthirsty rampage until that enemy is dead.
Huh. You know, we could have used you. A man like you, you know?
Always
A
the
real
weapon.
man.
There was a lot of blood, a lot of bloodshed.
Oh, I know bloodshed.
It was fun.
Well,
Fun of a-
hey, I guess it's a good thing he's on our side.
It is now your turn to ask a question and take a drink. Give me a Constitution save, please.
Yep, one moment. I try to read. Shit. Try to read. What do we have? We have an 11.
11. You get 1 point of intoxication. 1 point, by the way, feels like a very, very faint buzz.
I do.
Alright.
Let's see. I take the drink, and I'm gonna. So. Ezra. Have you
Yes?
always been. Loved magic? Or what brought you to magic?
Well, I learned it from my master when I was imprisoned. It was.
Imprisoned.
She just kind of solemnly looks over her shot glass. And when I was very young, I was imprisoned by a conclave of these creatures known as mind flayers. They would conduct experiments on myself and my master in the cell next to mine. As the months went by, she kind of took pity on me. And whenever they weren't around, she would teach me what little magic she could.
Really quick, pause. Omen, as you hear Mind Flayer, give me a history check.
Okay. 11.
As you hear Ezra say this, something about the word makes you feel strange. You can't quite pull it to the tip of your tongue, but something sticks out about that. You don't quite remember what a Mind Flayer is, but you kind of lock onto that word for a second before you listen back to the conversation. Just want to say that. Sorry, continue, Orion.
And
Wait, so my character's dead?
Mm-hmm. No, your person's not sad. You just kind of, as you're listening, to them say this, they say Mind Flayer, and your mind kind of wanders for a second. You're like, where have I heard this before? Why do I feel strange when I hear this? What does this mean? What's a Mind Flayer?
Yeah. And so as time went on, I slowly learned from her and how to not only weave spells, but alter them at their very basic nature. And eventually, I learned that moving earth ability, and one day I kind of made a run for it behind some tables and just burrowed myself into the ground and just kept going until I reached the surface. I never did find out what happened to my master, she created a distraction that day and just told me to go.
I asked, what is a mind flayer?
You don't want to know. And she takes a immediate drink and then pours another shot and drinks that one too.
Okay. Well, Constitution save at
I
disadvantage.
I honestly do want to know because that name honestly just it has kind of a familiar. Like I have that feeling. I know what it is, but I'm just.
All right. You get 3 points of intoxication.
Oh Lord, here we go.
At 3 points, you get disadvantage on walking, dexterity, stuff like that.
And after doing that, she just slams it to the ground.
You kind of face plant out to the table.
Oh, okay. What was the? Oh, fuck.
Ezra,
yeah.
are you okay?
Are you okay?
What is a fuck? I forgot what the fucking thing was called.
Mind flare?
Mind
If any
flayer.
of you want to try and answer, you can give me 3 or intelligence checks. See if anyone else wants to be like, if they want to know what a mind flayer is, like if their character would know and stuff like that.
Nat 20.
Damn. Yeah, you know.
Damn.
You know, it's like them. You know exactly what a mind flayer is.
Well, she should know because
That is a good point.
yeah, the only person at the table that should know.
All right. Yeah, you can go ahead and explain, and or unless Evrod would like to be the one to explain.
Yeah.
So hold on, I'll pull this up really quick. So Mind Flayer is a kind of spacefaring race that are known to enslave, kind of take over whole areas, especially the Underdark. There's this very, very psionically minded, controlling kind of domitary creatures. They're known to kind of create aberrations, control aberrations.
That's totally not what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
No.
They're known to wage wars and kidnap people, all kinds of crazy shit.
I got a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So this is connected to Omen, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like that memory that you said that I was going to a planet chained up and shit.
Mm-hmm. Out of character, you have no idea, but probably. Most likely.
That's fucking deep shit. Holy crap.
Most likely. Yeah, you give me like a little bit of your backstory, and I was like, okay, I can run with this. And then that makes sense why your memories are so fucked up.
That's pretty cool shit. I like it. I give you a lot of credit. That's fucking amazing.
Thank you. Oh, I meant to mention, you all get 1 point of inspiration.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love that shit.
Yeah. It gives you advantage on any check, any roll, blah, blah, blah.
I love those fucking inspirations. They're so much fun.
Yeah, you have definitely earned inspiration. Yeah, Ezra, it is now your turn to ask a question.
She just kind of like
face on the table and drooling a little bit.
Well, those are 5 of you.
Yeah. She looks over to Ezrod. He's like, Ezrod, your hair's so pretty all the time, and like we're always fighting shit. Like, what the fuck is up with that? How do you make that work?
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Ezrod does have pretty hair.
It just happens, man.
Have you guys
It's
ever?
a bad
You
old
guys
idea.
didn't describe your characters much.
I don't think
We
so.
did.
I mean, if you want to. You
Maybe
can.
we didn't.
I know Omen did, and Grimfather.
I do have like long white straight hair.
Yeah. Like this
Yeah,
pale
I'm still
skin.
waiting on the updated picture. One that's a little bit better.
All right. If that is your answer, you can go ahead and drink
Yeah, I
if you
don't have
want
a
to.
good
If you want to drink, you can.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save before you ask your question.
21.
21. You're fine. You're taking these drinks, no problem.
Just like in real life.
Oh, I do got a quick question for you, though, Sam,
Mm-hmm.
about Omen.
What's up?
Does he have scars from the chains and shit when he was
If-
attacked?
That's up
a
to you.
Davin,
Yeah,
that's
if you want him to.
question.
Like, I wanted to know because, like, honestly, if he was chained up and everything, you would think he would have like scars and shit from it.
That's up to you. If you want to, definitely.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Asking the DM if your backstory happened.
No,
Am I-
no.
Look, man, being a DM has improved my improvisation skills immensely. I came up with that shit on the spot.
Like,
Alright.
no, that's up to you. Don't ask me again.
Oh, that's right. What would you like to ask? Your part?
All right. I'm going to say, Omen, what the fuck is up with you and these doctors? What's the matter with that?
Oh, the doctors. Oh,
Oh yeah, did you get your physical?
the doctors.
You got a
Ugh.
shudders.
Oh man, I never thought this would come.
What, asking about doctors?
He once was a doctor before
they were going
horribly. Never again. I hate doctors.
If you would like
What's
to, you can
that?
make another history check, and I'll see what you remember.
Oh yes, give me another history check. I'm going to laugh so hard if it's something funny. Here we go.
His father was a doctor. He hated that man.
16.
So you have another flashback, and you're back at the war. And you're looking around you, and everyone else is dead. And you kind of look up at the sky, and you see a ship kind of hover over you. You have another flashback, and you're in what looks to be kind of a surgical room. You see a table with implements. You see, you're strapped to a bed. You look up and you see a light shining in your face. You kind of turn your head and look over, and you see two kind of large figures. And as you focus on them, the only thing that comes to mind is Hippo. And you kind of flash back to this world, and you look at Ezrod. What do you say?
It was chains. I was chained to a table.
Oh.
It was sometime after the war or some shit, and I saw two figures. Space hippos.
Were they real doctors?
Did you see their credentials?
A question though.
Oh,
Question. Was I like being operated on too, like blood and
You
shit
don't
all
know.
over me as well? Or
You don't know.
This is
I
an
don't
alien
know.
abduction.
You know what you know.
I don't know.
so
Your memory is hazy.
quite hazy.
With the 16, though, as you kind of think back on these figures, you do see a few kind of identifying features. They kind of have these large, rounded heads. They kind of seem to be wearing these large cloaks with like a hunched back. You remember them standing over you. They having tentacles kind of on their faces.
Oh shit.
That is what you remember.
I I describe exactly how they were with the pentacles over their faces. They're all just watching me, gather around me, while I'm chained to the table. Ever since then, man, those space hippos, they'll be back. And I'll be back on that table again. After that experience, I'm never going back to a doctor's ever again.
Let's see.
I thought he was afraid of needles.
Omen, give me a Constitution save as you take your next drink.
Damn. I thought I was afraid of needles.
Point was, he wasn't chained, nor were they hippos. That he was going to be.
You
So
get-
there was none of that.
2 more points of intoxication. You are now slurring your words. Disadvantage on dexterity and checks and stuff like that.
Oh, so he's come back to how we found him.
Not quite there yet.
But get in there.
It is now your turn to ask a question if you would like.
Oh, shit. I need to look at the character sheets because I honestly can't remember who's who.
I still fuck it up.
I know, right? Get names all mixed up.
Well, yeah, my brain doesn't exactly help either.
Oh, you added antlers to the picture? I like it.
Oh, you just noticed that?
I did not.
Shadow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of man, what have I seen about you that I want to know?
You're asking.
Okay. You have wings. The fuck is up with that?
His cloak has wings, I think.
My cloak has wings.
Yeah,
What about the wings on my cloak?
Yeah, your cloak kind of flows down and kind of looks like folded wings. They're not like actual wings.
I'm pretty sure I didn't have wings.
Yeah, they're just kind of they're kind of fluffy. You know, they have like those Viking coats. It's like that.
You should ask
why
him
has
if it's
wings?
true what they say about men with big feet.
Feet. I don't think I have big.
You are what you can.
You know what? Is it true what they say about men with big feet? I'm just going to go along with shit.
You are 6'3". 6'3", so you are a big boy.
Big. I don't think my feet are big, but. Wait, wasn't Ezra pretty fucked up?
Ezra's a little drunk, yeah.
Yeah,
Not quite drunk. A little tipsy.
yeah. She's just kind of leaning on the table, just slurring words. She's feeling the buzz.
You know, I don't believe I have big feet. As I look down, they don't look too big. But you know, as for your earlier question, you know, I am Nordic.
You're Nordic.
Fighter. Nordic. That's right.
Are you from this this realm?
You are.
I am not.
You are. You are. Yes. I mean, I guess technically no, because you're celestial. So
Yeah.
I guess technically no. Yeah.
Like
Valhalla, isn't that where you go to die? What do they call heaven in
You know that your celestial brothers and sisters all kind of called your realm different things. But you all followed under Aurelian.
That's right.
So to you, it could have been Valhalla. To someone else, it could have been Nirvana, for example, right? So they all kind of call it different things. But you do know it as the Celestial Realms.
Kind of. So that's a yes and no.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's just kind of like just a look that I have, you know. So well, okay. Was that all your question?
yeah, I don't really like. I don't really know what to ask people. You know, it's just
Right.
different.
Like this is the you're all learning about each other.
This is not exactly my strong suit.
Shadow, it is now your turn to ask a question if you would like.
Trying to think.
After you give me your drink.
Right.
Constitution save, please.
I'm looking. Hang on. Give me a minute. 18.
18. You are fine.
Which one was the cat? The feline.
Neferret.
Neferret.
Neferret was the feline, and Ezrod was the. Yep.
Tiefling.
Tiefling. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, and as you kind of look over Ezrod a little bit, and you do recognize the tiefling features, you've seen tieflings in your life, and you know of their heritage, and it kind of stirs your stomach a little bit, but you're not offset or anything. Kind of sits a little with you, but you leave it be.
I'm trying to think. What to ask? What to ask? Well, I don't know what to ask.
I think if you want to skip, drink again, and someone else can go.
Yeah.
Or you guys can be done. I don't know, up to you. Cool, I like this. So,
I'll drink another. I'll skip and drink.
give me another roll.
A 3.
3. 3 points. 2 points of intoxication. You are now at the same level as Ezra and Omen.
There you go.
Okay. Oh.
Wait, so who goes next?
I don't know. Whoever wants to, I suppose. It is.
No, we could always do rock paper scissors to see who goes first.
How would you're gonna have to say what you got?
Well, you guys are trying to figure that out. Esra pours another drink, and she drinks it, and she calls out to Cosmo.
Cosmo? Who's Cosmo?
Of course, Cosmo. It's
Wait,
Cosmo.
who is Cosmo?
You're about to
Cosmo.
find out.
Oh no!
Let's find out who Cosmo is.
Cosmo. You
Who
there,
the hell is
bud?
Cosmo?
It's
Is
Cosmo.
Is Ezra okay?
Ezra's fine.
All right, hold on. Wait, I'm here. I had to go pee.
Wait, I'm coming. Hang on.
I was listening. All right. So, as you call out the Cosmo, you all watch as a kind of black sphere of shadow forms in the center of the table. As you all watch, the shadow begins to coalesce, take the form of a small lizard as it plops down onto the table. You all watch. It looks to be kind of a iguana-sized lizard, and it turns around and looks at Ezra, kind of bows its head a little bit.
I leave a shadow and under light shadow. Do you see this this person on the table?
It is a lizard.
Well, I know,
do.
but I'm going to say it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's a lizard. What about the lizard?
Just want to make sure that I am seeing this correctly because I have been drinking.
Everybody's seen it.
Turns and looks at you, Ezra, bows its head. Lady Ezra, you called. Are you of need of my service?
The Crimson Eagle, they didn't trust you. And you're in service to the king, they were in service to the king, and now so are we. And it seems to me that there's always people coming and going in the service to this. More chosen. How many other groups were there? What the fuck is up with that? She slides a drink over to Cosmo.
He kind of stops a few inches from his form. He looks down at it. Looks up at you. Looks at the rest of the group. Looks at all the drinks. I see. Well, to your comfort, there were no other groups. You have been long awaited, long prophesized. We hoped this day would come. We could put our faith in warriors like yourselves. He kind of sits on his haunches a little bit. He looks up at Ezra again. The Crimson Eagle have been a long time organization allied to the king. We made use of their services. They were spies and thieves and informants. Very good at their jobs. But when we lost contact with them, we don't kind of pauses for a second. His form kind of shifts a little. As you all watch, it kind of turns into a rat for a second before going back to the lizard form. He goes, we did not know if we were the reason for their untimely fates, but in service against whatever evil the Estonian Empire may be planning, there will be lives, sacrifices to the cause. Do you agree?
Possibly. She casts prestidigitation on a section of the table to kind of like create an image of the bodies that we found earlier.
He kind of walks forward a little bit, inspecting the illusion. I see. This is unfortunate. Yes, there were more, but they seem to be the younger members of the group. I hope their fates were quick and easy. I must report this. The king will be solemn in this news, but we appreciate you doing this for us.
Don't tell him I was drinking. And then she just
Your
kind of
lives.
like, she slowly just kind of like drifts off to sleep.
He kind of turns and looks at the rest of you. The king appreciates the work you're doing. The world appreciates the work you're doing. There's more to come, more difficulties ahead, I fear. But fear not that you do all have a purpose. We seek to save what's left of this world. I hope there is hope for us. Prophecy seems to think so. He kind of shifts into a more humanoid form for a second, kind of taking the drink in his shadow silhouette hands.
Yeah.
I believe it's my turn, as rules of the game. You you watch as he pours a drink to where his mouth should be, and it just kind of splatters onto the floor. He kind of looks down at it for a second. Oh, right.
I shake my head and go like, crap. Now we gotta clean this up.
He kind of turns to you all. As the form kind of shifts into the young child that Ezra turned into before. Silhouette in shape, but features are identifiable enough.
Right.
Miss Ezrod. I guess it's my turn to ask you a question. The lich you have bound yourself to. He resides in the world we pulled you from. Sorry, that was a question.
Wait.
Can you repeat it?
Yeah. So the lich that you were bound to,
Mm-hmm.
he resides in the world we pulled you from.
Maybe.
Wait.
Did we do you a
is that a
service?
question for me, or
Yes.
is that a question for somebody?
It's for
I'm
Shadow.
confused.
It's for Ezra. Sorry. Did we do you a service, taking you perhaps out of his influence?
I don't know if I would call this a service.
That you were not in any danger?
I could have died.
Fair enough. Kind of looks over at Ezra's sleeping form. What the fuck is up with that? He kind of sighs as he pushes the drink in your direction.
Oh my god, I love this. Oh, comedy gold. Oh.
He kind of shifts back into the more adult form as he kind of looks over in your direction. The cyclopean eye kind of shifting familiarly into different creatures, different humanoid races that you've seen.
I think I'm going to sleep.
We can end the game in that game here. We can end that drinking game now that Ezra has passed out and Ezra would like to go to sleep. So, Cosmo looks at you all. If that is all, I do hope you have a good night. And I will report these unfortunate findings to the king.
Would we still be able to sleep through the night? Because we've been up for so long.
You can take your long rest and get your heals and everything, but you all will get 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
But all of your intoxication will be gone too.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well,
There we go.
I should probably clean the mess that's on the floor.
Up to you, if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Just sip it up.
Sip it up. No.
Howard.
Maybe more unity.
Wait, what?
You'll get 1 point of exhaustion. Dun, dun, dun.
What's this stuff?
You all have disadvantage on ability checks until you take another long rest.
Well, that sucks, but
The cons of staying up all night, fighting, and then drinking. All right.
It
So
happens.
yeah, it happens.
you all retire to your rooms. Get all comfy in your beds, doing your routine, sleep planning rituals, whatever it may be. I'll carry Ezra to bed. Cosmos' form vanishes as you all depart from the tavern floor. And not for long, you all fall into a restful sleep.
Nice.
I would like
Hmm.
Ezra and Ezra to give me a wisdom save, please.
Wait, what?
Ezra and Ezrod.
No, not that. It was a message you
Ooh,
said to me in
25.
the roll for
Oh, that
seduction.
would get. What?
I was
Okay.
going over the NSFW page, and it
Mhm.
says glorious at Bad Omen Davin, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, Ryan was trying to show you something, I think.
Oh, trying to find it.
I don't know, I think it was a little couple days ago. But all right, so what did you two get?
I got a
18.
25.
25 and 18. All right. So,
Do I roll anything?
nope.
No.
As you
Hammer?
all fall to sleep, you all relax in your comfy beds. A bit tired and bruised from the day, but you do all get your long rest. But, Ezra, as you fall asleep and you feel comforted by the warmth of your bed and the darkness of sleep, your dreams begin to kind of shift before your mental eyes. A soft scene of what looks to be a mountain peak as you look over a forest below you. There seems to be a small village in the distance, a lake, the sky and the clouds above you. You said you got a 22, 25?
25.
25. And as you kind of watch, you just kind of breathe in the mountain air. A dark, almost storm clouds begin to roll in from the distance, quickly casting the scene into a foggy and dark haze. And as you look out into the horizon and the village that you saw before, there seems to be a massive shadow slowly walking towards it. You watch, and it's slow steps. And quickly, thunder begins to roll in thick, heavy rain. And as you watch this village, fires begin to sprout across it. Even from this distance, you hear the screams and cries.
Oh, shit.
And as you watch, this figure kind of gets real close to the edge. It just kind of stands there. You kind of stare at it for a second, and it's just a shadowed shape. What do you do?
I just kind of reach out psionically towards it. It's like, hello?
As you reach out your hand and try to cast your mind in its direction, the scene that you're in, the mountain peak and the forest below you vanishes, and you're sent to a dark space, a void of silence. The roaring flames and cacophony of screams that you heard is suddenly cut off. As you look around you, there's nothing. And you kind of sit there for a second and kind of touch yourself, and you feel like you have a form. If you look down, you see nothing.
So he's invisible? This is out of character, but yep, she's invisible, right?
Doesn't know.
I mean, how do you not know if you're invisible or you're invisible?
You're in this dream state. You're kind of confused, suddenly cast into this void. You feel like you have physical form. You look down, you see nothing.
It's a lot like a VR avatar.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
You go and try to cast a spell, and you feel it kind of flow through you as you always do. And you look to where your hands should be, but it's just the black void. But as you look up, you kind of see an outline in the darkness. A towering figure looms over you. And if you look up at it, you feel that familiar pressure that you felt in the streets.
It's you.
As you speak, you hear a soft and gritty chuckle just emanate from all around you. And as you look up at it, you see the outline. It looks to be the familiar antlers, long arms. There's a dark Cheshire grin stretches across the face,
That
or
sounds
where the
distinctly
face
fey.
should be. Oh. Give me a wisdom save first.
All right. Here we go. That's a 19.
19. You stand firm. This pressure washes over you. And you stare up at it again. What do you do? Are you afraid?
I approach.
Approach. You step closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you step closer, and as you watch it, you feel like you're moving. You feel like you're going somewhere, but it's the same distance, just out of sight, just on the barrier of vision. But it's there.
I attempt to try to move forward using my mind.
Push. Push. You feel like you don't go anywhere. And you hear the familiar chuckle again, deep and hollow.
Upon hearing that, I attempt to cast Counterspell.
Seems your spells have no form here. You do assume this is some kind of mental influence upon you. At this point in your knowledge of psionics, this feels influential to you. Like it's trying to tell you or make you feel something. And as you look up at it, you're just not quite sure how you feel. You don't know if you're scared or if you want to show courage or kind of conflicted.
I just kind of shout out to it, enough of these silly games. If you have something to say, just say it.
As you say this, you hear a echo of growls getting closer, closer. As they rise, you kind of clutch where your ears would be. What was your roll from before?
19.
19. As you kind of feel like it's closing in on you, your chest flares up with warmth. This light begins to emanate from where your body should be. And as you look up at it with your defiance and your anger, and you spit back the violation it tried to put on you, and you fight off the looming pressure, and the darkness is gone. You're back on top of that mountain with the clear skies and the calm scene before you. You feel this comforting warmth kind of wash over you. Like all that pressure just vanished.
Well, whatever it is, it's got to be still close.
You look over and you see the kind of black wormhole open as Cosmo appears. He kind of takes a humanoid form. Before he kind of looks over at you. He has this smile. He goes, well, that was interesting.
You sensed it too.
I did. As you know, I feed and observe dreams and thoughts. When I felt that presence, it piqued my interest.
Hopefully you learned something.
I'm quite proud of your defiance. That was unexpected.
I'm
You just kind of-
reluctant. Yeah.
He kind of sits on the ledge of the cliff, kind of pats the spot next to him.
Esra just takes a seat.
He kind of looks out to the slow clouds and the waving trees beneath you. He kind of looks over. You see that over there? And he kind of points out a shadowed hand. And as you look, it's just kind of a black sand desert off in the very horizon. And you see one kind of black building shape in the distance, just barely visible.
What about it?
I'm not quite sure what it is, but it lies within Astoyan territory. I get a bad feeling just looking at it. And kind of looks up at the sky. You've read on the Aether Kindred, yes?
Once or twice.
See, I am quite old. My species is both here and there, different realms and such. We are quite native to the realms of space, as you could say. And in all my existence, I've never heard of such oddities of nature. The Aether Kindred should not exist. But here they were. And as you watch, a kind of sky begins to crack, and a black wormhole kind of rips into the space. And long black tentacles reach out. And you just kind of watch.
Interesting.
You both just kind of sit there for a minute as you let the dream scene kind of wash over you. Now, Ezrod, you too have a dream sequence. Now, I would like you to, as you lull into this dream sense and this dream state, I want you to depict the scene or the area of where you met this lich.
Oh shit!
What
Backstory.
do you see as you enter this familiar space?
Probably like something of like a cave type.
If you want, yeah, sure. Okay. You enter this dark cave, the wet stalagmites dripping and crawling across the ceiling as you step through the dark passages around you. You see the familiar markings of a space you've been or heard about. And you step into this kind of center chamber where you see a kind of statue with a podium. And you hear in the space around you the voice you heard on the same day. My child, how you've grown. You are a worthy receiver, my dear Black Delilah. It is what they have called you. Right?
Hello again.
I sensed you leave my range of influence, and yet my powers remain. You are quite curious.
It was somewhat out of my control.
And you feel, as you look around this room, there's kind of a heavy air. As you feel this kind of deep but subtle anger enter his voice. Kneel, child.
I knew.
So, I finally reached you after all this time. Where did you go?
I'm not quite sure. Seems a different dimension.
When our pact was made, the deal was such that you are to serve me as long as your life remains. Do you attempt to cross me?
No.
The voice kind of pauses for a second. I sensed a magic spike in the ether before you vanished from me. What happened?
I was transported here. I don't know why, but I've been sent on a mission. And I'm hoping if I finish it, I'll be able to come back home.
What kind of mission?
They say that I'm a hero of some sort.
Oh, child. You poor thing. You believe these people? That you were some prophecy.
What other choice do I have?
That is fair. Those damn mages thought they could just fulfill their own agendas. Kind of sighs for a minute. And you look around and it doesn't seem to be anywhere, but where he speaks again cannot be helped, I suppose. It has been a difficult time reaching you, and I fear my gifts may wane, and you will forget your place. Thus, I offer an accord. You, in your growth, have pleased me. In your return, I expect you will do great things. Whatever this mission may be. You can do it as you wish. You're outside my reach. So I will allow you temporary influence from another, if you so choose. But do not forget who made you.
I hope not to fail.
Do not make me regret this, child. You've been making me so proud. As he says this, you feel yourself being pulled from this scene. And as you awake from this seemingly quick dream, your long rest is completed. Everyone else wakes up relatively fine. Yep, you all do keep your exhaustion, but congratulations on another long rest.
All that. Here, kid.
You all wake up a bit tired, but relatively well. What would you like to do?
No, first thing I want to do is write down that recipe for that drink I had yesterday.
Ezra just kind of like pulls the covers up over her head. Someone get me water.
Aw. Yeah, you with Shadow and Omen are a little bit hungover, but you're okay.
Oh my, that's my favorite part.
Now I would like Neferet as Rod to make their animal handling checks. You all wake up and you hear like tapping on the window. And as you open it, Fox kind of lands on the windowsill. Just kind of looks over the group, his head's tilting.
Does this also have disadvantage?
No, that's fine. Especially since your bond is so high. So you don't worry about that.
I got a 16.
Excellent. Micah.
What?
Micah.
Who's Micah?
I'm sorry, I accidentally muted my mic.
Oh,
I got 21.
21? All right.
I was sitting here saying, I said I got 21.
No
Yelling at me and shit. All right, so really quick, what do both of you do to make this morning animal handling? What do you do to I don't know, how do you interact with your creatures?
I'm gonna give him an egg.
Do you like an egg in these trying times?
Oh, does anyone have a piece of bacon?
What about you, Ezrod?
That's right.
Kind of wake up, and as always, Haku is laying next to you.
Anyway,
I think like I'll get a canister that I just have like in my bag and like give him water.
Oh, okay. Who, Ezra
Try to like
or Haku? Ezra or Haku?
Haku.
Oh, because I know Ezra asked for water.
Ezra.
Oh, I guess I'll give Ezra water too. I'll roll my animal handling for
You already did it.
Dragonborn.
So both of you, as you kind of interact with your creatures, Haku kind of snuggles up as it takes the water out of the, the cup and adds it to its spheres. Fox just kind of nuzzles you a little bit. And as Stomp kind of wakes up and walks over, he goes, "Good morning." How are you all?
Probably not as nearly bad as you.
Oh, that's okay. I feel all right.
Oh,
D20. Obtain a score greater than the number of checks he's made on this stage. Okay.
I think there's only one thing I can do to cure the hangover. Get drunk again.
So wait.
Yeah, that'll fix it.
Greater than the number of checks he's made on this. Oh my god, so he succeeds. Okay, he's good.
Again.
This is an interesting DC, huh? Okay.
Oh shit.
Where do I put this?
That is why.
I can put it. Try the conditions.
Yep, that's into. There we go.
Yeah, I'll just put it in his bio then.
Okay, I neither uninstall that.
First, the curse.
Uninstall.
Current DC is 2. Okay. He rolled a 4. That's so funny. Okay. CC goes up every time he makes a check for this, so he's good. Curse has not progressed. So, you all wake up in the morning. You both learn that your companions have grown.
Whoa.
Physically?
No. But ability.
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 I
Ability.
need you, Sienna, to choose an element. So, your bond with your companion has expanded its attunement to the world, allowing an even greater defense against the elements. Choose an element: acid, fire, lightning, cold, or poison, and Haku will gain resistance. In addition, it gains +1 to its AC.
I feel like it should be fire because I have resistance to fire.
Okay. Fire resistance.
Ain't nobody gonna burn this party.
Okay. Also, it gets a spell, which I will show to you in a second. Once it casts it. Fire. Okay. So, as you kind of hand this water to Haku, it kind of bounces happily. As you watch, it begins to glow, and the small horn on its head begins to kind of vibrate with magical energy for a second. You watch as the orbs begin to hover around his head, and a long kind of glowing strand stretches out from the tip of its horn as he kind of lowers its head towards you. You touch it?
Yeah.
Okay. You touch it, and suddenly you feel this kind of magic pulse into you. And you kind of shake your head for a second. And there's this blaring idea in your mind, this blaring memory. And it's just this scene of you meeting Haku for the first time. And this
Aww.
feeling of protect.
My boy.
Also, as you kind of pull out of the scene and it retracts the glowing cord, you watch as it bounces happily and teleports to across the room. And it teleports back. Haku gets blink jump. Oh, sorry, you can only blink once. So it blinks to the other side of the room and then flies back over. And then it curls up around your neck.
I give him a pet.
Oh yeah. Haku can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. Or it can see. Once per short or long rest.
Alright.
Okay, cool. And as Fox watches Haku display its new abilities, it will do the same. He kind of jumps down from the windowsill, kind of flaps his wings so you all kind of spread out. You all spread out?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean, like, spread out? Like, are we talking
Yeah,
about
right.
Three Stooges spreading out? Like, spread
Oh,
out!
like you're all crowded in this room. Fox kind of lands into the center of this space, kind of flaps his wings to get you all to back up. As far as you can tell from this gesture.
I get the fuck out of the way.
So you're all back up, and it expands its long, flaming wings. You watch as the fire kind of drips out and lands on the ground, but it doesn't burn the wood.
It's poison.
And it closes its wings. It just kind of sits there for a second. Neferet, roll a d4 for me.
D4.
Mm-hmm.
The
Triangle.
one?
Yes,
4.
4. You watch as these pools of flame begin to coalesce and rise off the ground a little bit, as they all take the form of another fox. They all kind of look at each other. They all look at you.
How many? There's 4 of them?
There's 5. You rolled a 4. So there's the
Shit.
original and 4 clones.
I give each of them an egg.
Oh, I
In this
love it.
economy.
4 clones eat it.
It's farm bread.
Fox just kind of looks at it and then eats it.
You said what?
Ezra peeks out from under the covers, sees like 4 foxes. I need another hour.
I'll go back.
And-
Oh, that's funny.
Oh.
All right. These will all last for an hour, or until you kill them, or you dismiss them.
Until you kill them.
Yes,
Oh, you killed them.
until they die, or an hour.
They
passes.
all do the same thing as
They can.
the original.
Mhm. Except for the
What if nothing
rejuvenation.
happens in an hour and they just disappear and I can never get to them again?
It's once per day, once per long rest.
Oh, word.
Wait. Together, could they collectively like lift her up?
Probably. I mean, they're all pretty weak, so maybe.
Everyone grab a limb.
Yeah. With all 5 of them, I could say probably.
Fucking awesome.
Boom. You can
That's pretty
fly
crazy.
now.
All right. So, how do you all move on with this morning?
Oh, I need another drink.
Got mouths to feed.
He said, "Look, I'm a simple man."
It'll cure the hater.
I wake up and I fight, and I drink.
Pick up in a fight with a drink.
Sometimes both.
I need to make the bad omen.
Sometimes you go to sleep with 1 child, wake up with 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you all watch as Cosmo appears, and they kind of large birds shape and lands on top of Ezra's head. Just kind of looks over the group for a second, looks at Haku and Fox. My, I see these 2 have grown as well. Have you grown too, Stonk? So kind of looks over. I believe I have.
Oh my god.
Fantastic. Well, now that you all are relatively well rested, I took your information to the king. Solemn news indeed. He will inform the families of each of the members you found. But I am to believe you had a hard fight in order to receive this information. What happened?
We kicked their butt.
Are you attempting to lie, or are you?
What?
I mean, you guys did. Yeah, you kind of stomped them a little bit. He's kind
I
of.
mean, but by the end of the day, we kicked their butt.
Yeah, he kind of nods his bird head. I expect no less.
Donk did get cursed, though.
The eye on the bird kind of narrows as he looks over at Stonk. I see. That is quite unfortunate.
You know
What?
of a way to lift that curse?
He kind of looks over at Ezra. It is in the early stages. Yes.
Yeah, but I don't have the spell. If I could get my hands on a spell scroll that for remove curse, then probably.
Holy
but-
shit. I see. Then it seems perhaps you have a double agenda here. The king asks that you all find the College of Requiems. It is a bardic college located on one of the peaks of the Great Spine.
Great spine.
Yep, you all remember this as the mountain range that kind of splits this continent in half.
The spine.
And so he goes, the king believes that if anyone is to know what is going on here, what is to come, the College of Requiems may have some idea. They are quite prolific with their omens and prophecies. And I also believe that they may have a way to cure such a curse, as long as it is in the early stages. But it is likely you may find something on your way. Do you all accept?
Yes, sirree.
All right.
We don't know the exact location, but
Ezra needs
there is only so many peaks on the Great Spine, and we do believe it is in the northern ones. I believe this village is relatively close to one of the ways up, so I believe it shouldn't be too long of a trip. You require more. What's the word? Provocation?
sustenance.
Do you need more payment for this stretch of this journey?
I'm not gonna say no.
If you would like to say yes, make a persuasion check.
11.
Disadvantage.
Oh, is
If
it?
you would like to
that's
help her,
right.
if more than one of you are. Oh yeah, I guess it would be with disadvantage, unless more than one of you want to help, and then it'll be a straight roll.
I literally rolled the same one twice. So
All right, so yeah.
So,
So what'd you get?
11.
11. Let me roll for Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Surprised none of you have tried to like figure out what he is. Like,
You know, we don't need to know.
fair enough. You got a 14. So as you say yes, he kind of looks over. Contact me in a day or so, and we will see what you need. We want you to be well equipped, after all.
Yo, have you ever thought
Scrolls.
about how persuasion is spelled?
Lots of scrolls.
Shit's weird.
I do believe that is within our range. If you would like to hire a scroll, it may take some time if you're looking for something specific.
Yeah. Well, there's specifically the one that we could use for Stonk, but I don't expect much at this point. It's gonna be a long day search, so I'm getting my sleep now.
That is very quite wise. Because we will see what we can do for your pal here. Now, the College of Requiems is a quite odd bard college. But with your group, I So you will find a way. He gives you all a nod before his form dissipates. Alright.
Well then, we're ready for the next chapter.
On D&D.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, there was a lot of cool character development that you did for Bad Omen. Holy shit.
Thanks, man.
Actually, I love it.
Yeah, make sure you guys are taking notes. This is important stuff.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Oh shit!
I should probably do that.
Well,
Too late.
So, so let me try to remember it. Bad Omen is afraid of being on the table, being chained up, so
And
he's not into
hippos.
that kinky shit.
Vivid memories of a war, a capture, some
Captured.
kind of a strange procedure, maybe. We're not sure.
Yep.
And hippos.
And then, and hippos, and then meeting the Astoyan house that you were assigned to.
All right, so captured.
Mhm.
Fuck. No, I can't spell worse shit. Cap.
Alright.
See.
Anything you guys would like me to repeat? Now is the time.
Okay, so we got the College of Requiems is a bard college. They
Mhm.
and let's see, they're a odd college, I guess.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yes, I can give you a. Oh, okay. So native people. So Shadow. Shadow would really be the only one. Shadow, you can give me a history check to see if you know, if you've heard of this college.
I'll try.
I suppose.
Hang on.
Captured Space
Give me one
Emperor.
momento.
War and Soldier.
One. So I got 11 in total.
11. You've vaguely heard of this. You know it's a bard college. You know that they're kind of necromantic in their practices.
Man.
Romantic.
They have very gothic motifs to them a lot of the time. The few that you've heard, their music is very, very haunting, but compelling in its own way.
Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, being who you are, knowing that you were kind of in service to a vampire lord, you have heard these playing at courts and know that the dirge master of these bards are often employed by these vampires for these kind of parties and stuff. But you don't know too much about them, but you have heard them a few times, maybe.
Shao could do a recruitment.
A
Maybe like an army.
recruitment?
Recruitment of all these the bards. If I like, oh yeah, my patron or my god was so and so. Remember? And then we just
Yeah, I mean, you could share this information if you want, if you feel like Shadow would.
yeah.
As you're listening to Cosmo, he says this. You're kind of like, oh yeah, I've heard of them. I've seen them before.
Yeah. They're very dark and mysterious. Yeah. You love singing. Yeah. It's like Who said Marilyn Manson, and they're gonna have no idea. Just like
Well, they're kind of like
person I knew.
yeah, they're kind of like a gothic style of music, you know.
Ah,
Yeah, you watched that movie with us,
emos.
you know, kind of like that.
Oh,
How they
yeah,
had
that was
the
a good movie.
singer in the back, like those.
Good times.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Like Gothic
Oh,
Latin, or like Gothic English.
Does it matter? Is there a difference? You mean
Well, if you're
you mean like Victorian England? Like,
I think there might be a slight problem with that.
I don't know, maybe.
I think.
Let's see. What was the name of the
Gothic
town that we're in
human.
right now?
Follow Heart.
Yeah.
I think Latin. That's some demons and shit. Is there a difference?
I don't know if there is.
That was very.
Oh fuck! Tomorrow's Monday. Oh damn!
Tomorrow is Monday.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh,
Probably
congrats,
Monday.
Sydney.
Tomorrow.
work.
For once, it's a Monday that you don't have to work.
Yes.
Well, I gotta go back to P2 because I gotta like figure out what's going on.
Would you
Yeah.
guys like to continue? We can do a little bit more, or we can end here.
I think it's a good stop
man.
point.
Yeah. You guys come to this new morning as you wake up in the city of Followheart
Yeah.
with a new mission and a new goal.
There we go. That's the one.
Reach the Bard College of Requiems.
Yes. Well, I'm late for college.
Find a cure for skunk. Get rich. I don't know. Fuck bitches. Whatever y'all want.
That's a
Yes. All of it.
yeah, all of them.
Yeah, the traveling concubines need more concubines.
I'm surprised no one tried to seduce the
Exactly.
Rosalka.
The what?
Do what?
The one that was singing at that bar.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty hot. Should have made a character she for her.
Yeah. Right.
And the
We can't
choices
find
usually
her.
are with you people is either like you kill them or you talk to them a lot.
Now we can look for the cure while we're fucking bitches, right? Just ask
It's
as
called multitasking.
go into town.
Yeah, we could fuck a
Yeah.
witch and find out if she can cure the curse.
Yeah.
Find like a hag.
Yeah, if I learned anything from watching Naruto, it's that fucking bitches is basically research for my next book.
You know the best part of this? This will kind of,
Having another memory.
as you guys finish up in this town, this will be kind of the end of Arc 1.
Oh.
Yeah. And you guys will kind of go to a new terrain with it being the mountains.
Oh, I
I
love
love mountains. Mountains are fun.
Yeah, like you guys have been in a few caves, but you haven't been on the mountain peaks. I made that one situation back when you were like first leaving the first forest, which you guys didn't go that way. Maybe I'll reuse it.
Recycled content,
yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll end the
Something new.
recording here.
Yeah.